we're here in Screen Gaelic Football Club, and I obviously grew up in Dunboyne, just a few minutes down the road.
I'm not too far from here myself. I'm actually just from up near Tato Park, so I was never in here. I drove past it myself a few times on the way to the Gallops, but I played for a Dublin club as well when I was growing up, so I actually never was in Screen Football Club, but geez, it's a fine spot.
I grew up playing probably more so soccer, and then when my younger sister got involved with GA, I kind of jumped on that ship and kind of just was going everywhere with her. But I would have been into kind of all types of sports. We played tennis, we did athletics, we kind of did anything that would keep us out of the house. Did you do a bit when you were younger as well?
Yeah, it was actually football for me, always Gaelic. Probably the Gaelic came before the horses for a long time. It wasn't until I was probably 16 when I went down to the racing academy that the horses took over, but I played for St Margaret's Gaelic Football Club when we lived up that direction, played for Garristown Football Club as well, always played football for the school and that, so yeah, when I went to race then it was all horses and the football went out the window then. And what made you say I prefer the Gaelic football than the soccer, or how did you get into playing Gaelic over the...
Yeah, I suppose Dad always was into soccer, so he used to always go with him, and we had a local club and stuff when I was just playing on the boys' team. We didn't have a girls' team for years, but it was, yeah, my young sister Sarah, she started Gaelic before I did, and then there was one of the days I think the soccer game might have been called off because I always would have chosen that over the GA, and then went down and just loved it and probably bounced the ball about 4 times in a row the first few games and stuff, not knowing the rules. But then I think I just kind of fell in love with it, and I obviously went to the Gael school in Dunboyne, but kind of got access to a lot more people, a lot more friends that might have been in the national school, and just even meeting new people. And I suppose at that age, like as girls my own age, like obviously I loved playing on the lads' soccer team, and you know they're protecting you there, you know, you're playing centre half back and you have a group of 10 lads kind of looking after you. But then, you know, playing with girls your own age and things like that was probably maybe the draw to it, and just the friendships and things. So when you graduated race, then what was the next steps? Like how did it go on from there?
Graduated from race, I had promised my mother that I would go back to school, so I was to enjoy the summer doing whatever, riding horses. I stayed in Johnny Murtagh's for my work placement from race. I then went home to County Meath and started working for a local trainer, Eddie Lynham, in Dunshaughlin, and I rode there for the summer. Then 5th year in school rolled around and it was back to the books for 2 years, but I was riding out on the weekends and school holidays and the odd Friday half day or something you might just not bother going in, but finished the Leaving Cert anyway. This is a really long story. It's not straightforward at all because I didn't really see myself as a sportswoman, I suppose. I didn't see myself. I knew I loved horses. I knew I loved riding horses, but I couldn't see myself making a career doing it or making money out of it. So it was all just for the love of it. And then I suppose natural progression, you pick what course you want, and I had geography and human development. I was going to go on and try and be a primary school teacher. Went to college, didn't work out, ended back riding horses again in John McConnell's this time, and I've been there ever since, about 6 years now. I've been there. I had my first ride in 2018, I think. I rode my first winner 2019, and it's been slow, but the last few years have been good now, and that's where it's landed me. So. And for yourself, how did you think to yourself, this is something I could do for a career, or was it always just a hobby, or how did you get into it more?
Yeah, probably similar to yourself. Is always just the love of the game, like as in you're not playing Gaelic football in Ireland if you're making money, put it that way, but like then it also simultaneously opens up a huge amount of doors for you in terms of like career wise, and then just even outside of sport as well. But yeah, played Meath all the way up, so from under 12s to senior. Would be still playing with some of the girls now, but probably my first year minor we were struggling with seniors, so went in there. It was probably a tough few years, but then got new management in, things like that, and you know, playing football in DCU, playing alongside girls from other teams and things, you probably see different standards birds and different cultures and kind of learn a few bits. And thankfully we were able to all come together and bring that back to Meath. And then obviously from success in 21, like a lot more kind of doors opened up for, I think, a lot of the girls in the team. And I was lucky enough to get one of them and head over to Australia last year to be able to play, and a new experience, new team. And then obviously you kind of think career-wise then, because obviously it's a paid sport, it's full-time, well, semi-professional I suppose at this stage, gearing towards professionalism, but it's kind of, I suppose, still trying to mad to get your head around that you're probably training the same amount as you are over here, but you're earning a living wage over in Australia doing it. So it's definitely still taking a bit of time to adjust to, but it is class. And it's like, again, still coming back to play GAC because obviously it's the love of it. And I suppose if, like yourself, if you're doing horse racing, whatever it is, if you actually love it, that's probably the main part of it. And then obviously if you can make a bit of money off it, you're doing well as well.